So thank you everyone for coming. My name is Colleen O'Connor and I am a Yuen Method certified practitioner. And we are gathering today to have a free Yuen Method group session around strengthening situations where you are caring for aging parents. Because in these situations, it's not just your parents, it's you, it's other family members, and then it is the people who are taking care of them. If that isn't you, or other people who are also taking care of them. And then definitely the collective around having parents at that age and all the expectations of them actually not being well. So we want to clear all of those things today. To give you a little information in case you're not familiar with the Yuen Method, the Yuen Method was created by Dr. Cam Yuen, and he was a 35th generation Shaolin Kung Fu master, an aerospace engineer, and a chiropractor. And so he used all three of those disciplines to create the Yuen Method. When he was younger and he was sparring in Kung Fu competitions, he was able to feel the weaknesses of his opponents, and then therefore he would attack those areas and he would be very successful in winning competitions. And then when he later became a chiropractor, he would also be able to feel where the weaknesses were from his patients and his clients. But then he was able to reverse everything into a more beneficial paradigm, so that he could feel the weaknesses, and then he could energetically strengthen them to them and remove them from their body, mind, spirit, and then remove all the effects of it and reset their nervous system and their body and their whole being and make people better. And so that's what we are working with today. So to get us started, first, I just want to do just a few moments of a little bit of a grounding meditation. So taking a few deep breaths and just feel your feet on the floor if you are in a place where you can sit. And by the way, don't do this if you're driving or operating heavy machinery, so to speak. Taking a few deep breaths, feel the feet on the floor. And connecting, feeling a connection from the universe, from the heavens above, whatever color works for you, if it's pink, white, purple, gold. But feel that connection, feeling coming down from the heavens above, and that beam of light coming into the top of your head, into your crown chakra, cleansing and clearing. Whatever you don't need, whatever not you, what's not beneficial, letting it move down and out. And then feeling that energy now come into your third eye, into your sixth chakra, between your eyes. Again, clearing any mental, emotional, spiritual, psychological, or psychic influences. Down and out. Breathing again into your throat, in your throat chakra. Feel this energy moving down. It's just automatically, with ease, joy, and grace, clearing and cleansing whatever is not needed, what's not beneficial, moving it out. And then feeling this energy now move into the heart space, opening the heart space, clearing, cleansing any grief, any sadness, any sorrow, any emotions, getting everything off of your chest, anything that is maybe not yours, anything you may have taken on a mental, emotional, spiritual, psychological, psychic levels, clearing any hooks, any cords, any attachments, any sentiments, any stories. Letting it all go. Feeling this energy now come down into your solar plexus, clearing and cleansing the solar plexus. Energy moving down and out. Any mental, emotional, spiritual, psychological, any hooks, cords, ties, attachments, sentiments, stories. Okay, and then feeling this now move into your second chakra. Second chakra, cleansing, clearing, and opening. Coming back into your creative center, balance center, stable, neutral, calm. Strengthen the midline. And another breathing and breath, moving into your root chakra. Cleansing and clearing the root chakra. And letting anything that's not you, not yours, that's maybe interfering with your connection to the planet, let that clear out. And then feeling roots grow down from this bottom end of the torso, moving down the legs, down into your feet, down into the earth, down into the planet. Oh, good. All the way down. And feeling these roots grow down from the legs, like the bottoms of the feet, rooting all the way down to the core of the earth, wrapping these roots around the core of the earth. So you're strongly connected, communicating and coordinating, feeling the support of the planet, and the planet is supporting you. And then feel those roots growing up into the arms of your feet. Wrapping around your feet, moving into, pressing into the ball of your foot, into the ankles, the heels, into the legs, knees. Lower legs, upper legs, the sacral area, into that first chakra, moving that up to the second chakra, clearing, cleansing again, but feeling the earth energy moving into and penetrating these areas, into the third chakra, really connecting with your power center, and into your heart center, and into your throat chakra, up into your third eye, up into your crown chakra, and feel this energy from the earth now connecting all the way up to the heavens. So you have the energy moving to the heavens above, and then from the heavens above down into the planet, and you connecting in both directions. Feeling energy flowing and moving. Okay. And bring all your energy back to this time, space, and dimension, this existence. And feel yourself being fully here, fitting in on purpose. Okay. Thank you again for being here. For anyone who's just tuned in, this is Colleen O'Connor, and I am a certified Yuen Method practitioner. And today we are clearing and strengthening around the topic of caring for aging parents. So there is one other, I am going to check on a couple other people. I had a different link sent out for this, and I'm having some technical challenges. For some reason, the link that I had set up is not working. So I am, oh, that's weird. Can't get in phone verifications. Okay, so yes. Okay. Okay. Okay, well, we're going to just continue on. Okay. So first I want to bring, strengthen the group as a whole, making sure that everyone is even, the people who can get on, who can't get on, clearing all the disturbance, distraction, interference from not being able to get into the original link. I'm sure there's some people that probably were trying to get in that can't, but I have no way of knowing. Okay, just clearing all those energies. And let's strengthen everybody's midline, their cranial brain, their spinal cord, all the integration of the central nervous system, positive, not negative, neutral. Strengthen everybody's minds, emptying the mind, cleansing, clearing the mind, sending the mind off to other dimensions, universe, existence, time, and place. Making all levels of mind even, the conscious, subconscious, non-conscious, connecting, communicate, coordinating, synergizing, fitting in, working together. Okay, clearing for the group, all hooks, all cords, all ties, attachments, sentiments, stories. The group who is here now, the group who couldn't get in, and people who will listen later. Again, more evenness. Okay. Strengthening, deleting the thinking, deleting the emotions, strengthening the feeling, the perception, and the intuition. Feeling, perception, intuition. Strong and weak. Strong in the group to get results. Not fast, slow, not slow, neutral. Okay, clear slowness. Let's create the boundaries and dynamics. Internal boundaries to the external, external, internal. Vertices. Okay. Balancing the group. Okay, you're saying the group for take charge, self-mastery, expertise, to be ready, to be open, to be receptive. Everyone connecting nervous systems. Physical intelligence, flip down. Some weakness there. Freaking all your internal computers. More speed in the internal computers. Clear some resistance, some rejection, some reverse perception. Ready, open, receptive. Forgive, forget, unconditional. Bring all your energy in this physical dimension, physical universe, physical existence, physical time, physical space, physical body, physical surroundings. Okay. Okay. Resetting, reprogramming, restarting. Okay, let's think everyone's higher selves. Heart center, clearing any karmas from indirect karmas. Collective. Even out everyone's questions. Opening to your own questions, to other people's questions that you feel you equally feel the benefits of whether you asked it or somebody else, so that we are strengthening you to all the strengthening we do, not just what you are requesting. So you feel the connection with the group as a whole, connecting to the improvement. You connecting to the improvement and the improvement connecting back to you. There we go. Excuse me, I yawn a lot with this. Okay. Okay, so let's look at the group as a whole. Let's see, aging parents, So the first thing just comes up with the caring. So let's strengthen the group, caring and making neutral to caring. Caring and not caring, and also carrying everything you may have had to take on, holding and wearing it. So being worn out. So let's strengthen the group for anything that's wearing you out. From the collective, it's not even your family, it's more a cultural, even spouses and descendants. So before you even get to the parents. So caring for others, caring for others, caring for so caring for others is weak. Clear that. Hmm. Okay. Um Hold on 1 second here, folks. Okay, so caring, where is that coming from? It's other lifetimes of slavery. We're giving too much, not getting enough in return. Okay, thank you, Shelley. Good to hear. I'm glad you're in. Okay. Um, okay, clearing trauma and karmas. Direct, indirect, ancestors, family members, about health, career and purpose. What's coming up is having to give up career purpose and having to like everything coming to a screeching halt because of love, having to care for loved ones. This lifetime, and other lifetimes. So all times. So let's make it even for everybody. Whether you're not listening to the live stream, not listening to the live stream, you're seeing it live, seeing it after the fact. So everybody even, everyone evenly open. You're getting this. Clear the spirit. Raising up Earth's frequency, vibration, and energy. Balance, center, stable. Excuse me. Forgive, forget, unconditional. All these hooks, all the cords, all the ties, all attachments, all sentiments, all stories, all sources, all the reasons, all the causes, all the past, all the future. Future's okay. It's more the past, the memories, the remnants, remains, the attachments. You attaching to it, it's attaching to you. And spirit attachments, so clear out spirit attachments and some demons. Ugh, okay, let's make those all even. Strong to it, separate from it, separate from you, send it away, go away, stay away. Not you, not yours, so let it go. Other dimensions, universes, existence, time, places unknown, black hole, wormhole. Forgive, forget, unconditional. Okay. Okay. Okay, how's everybody feeling? You feeling any shift there? Okay, I'm feeling now. I want to get into some of the specific questions. I'm not sure if Diane was able to get on, but I'm going to take her question first. Okay, she had question about her mother who passed away 93. Well, that's pretty good. Um, she had dementia. So one thing actually, um, this is good for everybody that I want to bring up is when you submit a question, do your best to make it into one or two sentences at the most. When it's too long and there's a lot of description, a lot of information, a lot of backstory, it makes it harder to shift the energy because now it's more weighted down. So this is not a criticism, this is not a judgment or anything, but this is just how the Yuen method works. And it can be, it's confusing, not confusing, but it's different for folks who are not as used to the Yuen method because it's different than what we do in life in general. Because in life in general, what happens when you go to a doctor? Well, they want you to fill out a big long health history. If you go to a therapist, they want to talk all about your past and your childhood and everything. So it's something that we're used to doing. But in this case, we want to do actually the opposite. We want to get things, we're going to strengthen the group as a whole to be succinct. There's a weakness there. So not describing and not describing is a weakness. Make it big, not big, little, not little. So whittling things down to their essence. Because when you make it more simple, you will feel better. Oh, yay. Good. Perfect, Diane. Good. We're handling your question first. Okay. All right. So just speed people up. Clear the slowness. So still some slowness. Some of the collective. Everyone's strong to be fast. And you keep things moving. Okay, more mental. So clear the mind again. Strengthen the mind, empty the mind, strengthen the spirit, empty the spirit. Mind out of your spirit, spirit out of your mind, other people's minds, other people's spirits. So too many influence in other people's minds. So disconnect, disengage, disentangle from others. Okay, everybody. This physical dimension, universe, existence, time, place, grounded, rooted. Okay. So, okay. So Diane, we're answering your question first. Okay, basically questions about, it sounds like her dementia. All right. So in general, dementia, there's a lot of we're going to clear misinformation, mistaken identity, mind, false tools, misinterpretation, misfit, the slowness, the misguidance, all the wrong answers about dementia, memory loss, yada yada, the whole thing, everything. There's beyond infinite things going on there. So for this group and anyone else who listens, we make all those factors even, make them finite, make them contain, bring them down to the ground, down to earth, strengthen, make you all strong to it, separate from it, send it all away, and then delete it out of the body, out of the spirit, the mind. It's in the spirit. So your spirit connecting with other people's minds. So deleting that habit, pattern, programming, the hooks, the core ties, attached sentence, stories all the way down. So put the spirit back in sync, back in order, back in rhythm, back to its original purpose, which is actually to clear the waste product out of your body. That's something that was an insight from Dr. Yuen. So put back in sync. Okay. So dementia and memory loss, actually, there's many things that will come into play, but some of the pervasive ones are one, the collective misinformation and everything about that I was just clearing. Let's make sure that's totally clear, eliminate, free, independent. So being independent, release, protect, forgive. Forget unconditional, forgive yourself, forgive others, people forgive you, people forgive each other. Or willing, deserving, commitment, neutral, see it, believe it, expect it, imagine it. What happens is we as a collective have adopted these, what we call false tools in the Yuen method: lying, denying, numbing, shutting down, suppressing, and forgetting. So 6 of those, right? Those are called false tools. There are ways that they're coping mechanisms that we have collectively developed to deal with difficulties of life, tragedies, traumas, whatever. And forgetting, as I mentioned, that was the last one. So a lot of dementia is actually the art, not the art, but the practice of forgetting. People want to forget, especially as they age. And as we age through, and we have more years that we have accumulated in our life, we have more triggers from this life and from other lifetimes. So that's why it's so important to do this method, because if you don't keep clearing them, and especially as one um, has more years in life, then things start to pile up and you just do start forgetting. You want to things down because you don't want to have to remember difficult and sometimes horrible or traumatic or tragic things that may have happened. And so that is one thing that really often contributes to people having dementia is just wanting to forget. And so they do, and they get good at forgetting. And so they get so good at forgetting that they shut down those memories and parts of themselves. And then that affects the nervous system. Then that starts to shut down the body, and then so forth and so on. So I want to clear all that, make everyone strong to that information, because your mind might be like, that's not what the doctor said. Well, none of what I say here is going to, it is going to be contrary to most conventional thinking, most conventional medical, Western, whatever, because that is the Yuen method. The Yuen method goes for what are the weaknesses. We don't judge it. We don't analyze it. We don't criticize it. We don't question it. If it comes up, we make you strong to it. We delete it and we remove all the negative accumulated effects down to zero, minus infinity, out of the body, out of the spirit, out of the mind, out of the nervous system, out of this, and I'm doing that right now, out of the structures, out of the systems, out of all the organs, out of the tissues, out of the cells, the molecules, the atoms, the quantum particles, empty spaces down to zero, minus infinity. And we remove all the reasons, all the causes, all the sources, out of the past, out of the future. Okay. So how does that seem now, Diane? I'm going to just reset everybody too. Reset, reprogram, restart. The spirit, the mind. Okay, knowing what's going on, not knowing what's going on. Same, not same, different, not different, changing, not changing, perception, not perception. Oh. And the other thing that's coming up for me to mention is with the Yuen method, you can strengthen other people by proxy. So in other words, if you have a parent who is aging and who is not open to, for example, having a session directly with me or any Yuen method practitioner, it doesn't matter. You can be their proxy, meaning you can tell me, oh, well, they're having dementia or they're having these issues, and then we work on them through you. And I think that's really important to be aware of. And it's not just for aging parents, it goes for any topic. So if you have a child or some other family member or people at work or whatever, you can always be their proxy. And I want to say something here about that. There are, oh, great, Diane. Yay, good. Thank you, Diane. Thank you for submitting your question. This helps everybody else as well, or is beneficial for everyone else as well to hear your question, because you're not the only one for sure who's gone through a similar experience, right? What was I just saying? Basically, that you can work by proxy. Oh, and yet that you don't have to ask permission, because I am not transmitting energy to anybody. I'm not overriding their free will or anything at all. We're simply syncing up my computer with their computer, meaning my nervous system to their nervous system, to identify what's weakening them and to remove it and reset them. And they can either accept it or not. So this is not something where we have to ask permission, because we're only looking to open up their system to reset itself. We're not trying to override the person in any way. And believe me, I've had that from people in my life who didn't want to, in my own personal life, or strengthening them, and they didn't accept it and rejected it. And sometimes there's clients, and that's okay. There's no judgment on it. It's choice. So I just want to clarify that, because I know sometimes people have that question. There are other modalities where they have to ask permission, but this is not that modality, and it's a totally different approach. It's kind of like we're just it's like running a virus program, antivirus program, I should say, on a computer or a malware. So it's just getting the computer back to itself. It's not trying to make it do something that it wasn't already designed to do. Okay, I'm just strengthening everybody to that information. You're mostly strong, but there's still some doubt, some judging, some criticizing, some worry, uncertainty. Okay, let's strengthen the group again. Okay, so let's look at what this group needs here. So clearing the life experiences, some karmas, the collective, and families. So clearing the collective family karmas. And I just first want to clear the relationship. So even though it's dealing with the caring for the aging parents, we want the relationships to be strong. Excuse me. So where's the relationship weakness for this group with yourself or with others? First with yourself. So strengthen you with yourself. It must be triggered because or I must have hit on something here, right? Because I'm getting choked up. So let's strengthen the group's relationship with himself. Strongly connecting, communicating, coordinating, synergize, fitting in, working together with yourself, with evenness, with integration, with balance. Okay. Anyone else have a question? Please feel free to submit a question that we'll work on. Okay, I've got one here from Shelley. Okay, weariness and depression, how to make space for yourself. Excellent question. To feel some purpose, satisfaction within the situation. Yes. Okay, great question. Let's strengthen that question. Everyone to the question. Okay, relationships. Let's just check that again. You to yourself, yourself to you, you to others, others to you. So some weakness there. Okay. Okay, so in your question, let's clear the weariness. Weariness in the mind, non-conscious. This situation, current situation, triggering past situations of weariness from other lifetimes. Some karmas, miasms, some spells even. So let's delete the spells from the collective, family, to the family, from the family. Yeah, it's kind of like your family being put under a spell. So deleting all those experiences. Okay, and then mismatching body parts. That sounds, if you're not familiar, there are these things in the U method called miasms, and it's kind of like just random. It's sort of weird experiences and things. So mismatching body parts comes up. Let's clear that. There's millions. Okay, let's make those all even, integrated, balanced, and then delete them out of the body, the mind, the spirit, other lifetimes, the tissues, empty spaces. See the nervous system, subcellular, be free, strong to be free. And so imagination to reality goes weak. Being free. It's almost like you can't even imagine it. So you to freedom and freedom to you. Working together. Okay. So cutting all the ties from the past, all the sentiments, the stories, um, and feeling good triggers not feeling good, having no problem, having problem, not having problems goes weak. That's for the whole group. Okay, weariness, memories, imprints, those remains. The past, the future, resetting, reprogramming, restarting. How does that seem now with the weariness? And we're also going to make everything in your all parts of the question even. And let's see if we ask if it's a question or a problem. Questions. So are you strong at the questions? Make the whole group strong to questions, questioning, problems. Okay. Okay. Well, let's make it even. Let's make everyone in any situation. So here's another thing with caring for aging parents. You want to be. It's sort of like you're going to be in the situation, but you don't want to be of it, right? So you can be balanced, center stable, neutral, calm, and you want to be above it all. Um, and have strong boundaries, internal boundaries to external. And external boundaries go weak. External dynamics, more of the external dynamics. Okay, let's make that even, make that strong, and then makes the boundaries and dynamics even with each other. Hmm. When it goes to the past, okay, you and everyone here to receive, to feel, to perceive, to allow, to acknowledge. To acknowledge is change. So something acknowledge yourself, acknowledge others, acknowledge a change. Make sure everybody's strong to the improvement. You to the improvement, improvement to you, midline to the improvement, improvement to midline. Okay. Um, and it also comes up is other lifetimes again, but a different sort of strain or different energy here of kind of having to like having no life and care and life being all about caring for kids, parents, or spouses. About parents. So let's clear all those past lifetimes for you and everybody here, anyone who's listening, because that is something that also gets triggered is all the time and space of having to have no life and your whole life just being taken care of a parent. And that happened a lot, especially for women. So let's clear all those experiences. You to your life would be strongly separate, strongly independent, strongly neutral. So neutral, independent is weak. Strengthening that from those lifetimes and not dragging that um the spirit, not dragging that into this lifetime. We're not getting triggers, issues, choices, sensations, emotions, reactions. Okay. Okay, Shelley, I don't know if you're able to, are you able to tell me, Shelley, if that feels different? Same, not same, different, not different, change, not changing, perception, no perception. It feels different to me. Okay, so we also want to clear for everybody here. Um, what also comes up is just your parents, your family members, and you all connecting, communicating, coordinating, synergizing, fitting in, working together. Some weaknesses there. So I want to make sure. Let's make sure all your family members, you, other family members who aren't your parents, and then your parents, and then the caretakers, and anyone else who's involved. Make them all even. Good. Oh, great. Thank you, Shelley. And make it so that within the group, everybody's taking charge, having self mastery, expertise, syncing up everybody who's involved in the caretaking situation. So all the nervous systems synced up, physical intelligence synced up, higher selves, heart center. Um, what else? clearing any karma with the caretakers or with family members. The family members. So we're going to clear the family karmas. We continue to do that. Well, and that comes up with, well, who's going to, comes up with questions of inheritance or who's going to do the work, right? So we're going to clear all those experiences this lifetime and other lifetimes, more even this lifetime for this group. So make you strong in those experiences and delete those experiences out of the mind. I always need to lighten up, to loosen up, to let go. You to let go, it to let go. So you to let go. Okay, clear the heaviness. Okay, so now we're being overly responsible. We're taking it on, not holding it, owning it, wearing it, carrying it. So you're strongly separate, independent, neutral from the actual caretaking, especially if they're in a care facility. Okay. And is everyone neutral? The parents being in a care facility, not being in a care facility, having that home, not having it at home, the parents staying at home, not staying at home. Okay. And that's again, excuse me. So the karmas within the families, first the sensations, the emotions, reactions, some rejection and loss. So clearing all those experiences that are part of the karma. And just delete everything down to zero minus infinity. Release, protect, forgive, forget unconditional. Negative expectations, negative emotions, negative experiences. All the hooks, removing all hooks energetically. All attachments, sentiments, stories. So there's some attachments. You, it, you, it to you. So anything that's attaching onto you, glomming on, attaching on. So clearing the sticky, stuck energy. Whew, out of the group, out of the body, out of the spirit, out of the mind. Clear the spirit. Free, independent, release, forgive, forget, unconditional. So let's clear the F words. Free, forgive, forget. Fun is the weakness to fun, to flow, family, finances, future, more future, not finances. Okay. Okay, clear that down to zero, minus infinity. Okay, anything else with the karma, sources, or reasons, causes? All the totally accumulated effects. Clear your cells. Okay. Okay, and have it not overtaking. So overtaking, not overtaking, allowing it, not allowing it. It's almost like assuming it's going to take over. So clear the assumption. And that's an external. So we got to clear. So separating everybody's situations with you being separate and then your parents being separate from all the collective assumption that people have to deteriorate significantly and no longer lose all their function when they get older. There's people that people used to. There are time and space and places where people live long lives and are healthy, relatively speaking. They just decide they're done and they're gonna leave their body and leave the planet. So let's strengthen everybody more to that kind of experience and disconnect, disengage, disentangle. There's such, especially in Western world, because of, well, quite frankly, because of the profit motive of the medical industry, the pharmaceutical industry, the home care, the senior care. It's all an industry, and that's not to, again, we're not bashing on the people who work in it. People need to have jobs, but the industry itself, that sort of the power players perpetuating, people can get strengthened and their nervous system strong and be okay on their own, be independent, till the end of their life. So we're going to clear all that from the collective. Yes, a lot of collective. I hate to say it because it's going to sound, but this is what's coming up this week, the sales pitch. Now, that doesn't mean you don't have situations, right? But we just want to make you strong and clear that energy so that it doesn't impact your individual situations. And clear the reactions. Open up your exit portals under chin, under arm, your hands, open up the fingers, the feet, the toes, the colon, the genital, bladder, sacrum, down and out. And we want to make you strong to whatever you have. It's going to have a stronger separation between you and the situation of caring for aging parents, that you do what needs to be done and then you let it go. And you're strongly still grounded, rooted, connected into yourself, your life, your flow, your energy, your momentum, your passion, your purpose, and anything. And you delegate, you get support. So strengthen also everyone here to having the proper support, proper resources, support. So it's not all you. So I think there's a lot of that. That comes from a little bit individually, but also more from the family members and the culture. Okay, so let's clear all those influences, negative influences out of the mind, the conscious, subconscious, not conscious, down to zero, nice and finish. Okay, how does people feel now? Feeling any shift with situations or concerns? Okay, I know this started officially at 1, but because I had the flub up with I'm going to go overtime here. We'll go till probably at least 1:15. Let's strengthen. So I got the family members, the family members, the caretakers, or the actual parents. Okay, now let's strengthen the parents. What's is it physical, not physical? Let's strengthen their nervous systems. Okay, and with the Yuen method, we can strengthen and clear nervous system within moments. So this is again, I'm indicating and communicating all this so that there's a conscious recognition that there's a different way. And I would say, the Yuen method is the fastest and the most powerful way that I know because it works on all levels. Okay, so physical intelligence, aging, or fitness. So there's 3 kind of areas that I usually approach. There's fitness, physical intelligence, and aging. So let's check in, or less aging, I should say. Okay, so let's clear less aging. That's what a coin Dr. Yuen called, meaning that there's less effect or no effect of aging. So let's make everybody even, you and your aging parents. Let's strengthen the physical performance. So there's a less aging triad, which is physical appearance, physical function, and physical performance. Okay, actually now physical function comes up. Okay, what's affecting that? It's non-physical, why it's not strong or why there is a weakness. It's psychological. So clear the psychological. There's fears and phobias. Okay, let's thank everybody about the topic of death. Okay, it may seem flippant, but with the Yuen method, we make you neutral to all angles and possibilities, even the things that you don't want. So that if you're neutral to it, you don't attract it, or if it does happen, you're not affected and falling apart because of it. So death, being alive, not being alive, dead and not dead, living, not living, and dying, not dying. So always need to be even and neutral. Definitely some weaknesses there. So clearing the sources, the reasons, all the causes out of the past, out of the future, all past experiences of your death or other people's death. Okay, so clearing your own death experiences. Be strong at all those times and space, that all the lifetimes, other time and space existences. Make them all even. Be strong to them. Separate from them, and then delete them. Forgive, forget, unconditional. Clear the memories, the remnants, remains. Clear the reverse perception. Stabilizing. Okay, how does that seem now? Michelle, if you want me to tell me how you're feeling, and anyone in the group wants to see if you feel any shift here. Feeling lighter about death? Okay. But seriously, that's how seriously. See, I'm saying seriously, and seriously, we don't want to be serious. So the seriousness, the significance, the story, and it's all in our culture. Death is a part of life, and we want to just be calm to it. Make it calm to those who have passed, those who will pass. What are traumas, tragedies, miserable experience, difficult experiences, hardship, heartache. Down to zero my infinity. Okay. Sources, reasons, causes, out of the past, out of the future. Reset, reprogram, restart. Okay. Okay, I'm going to have a couple other questions that were submitted. If anyone wants to tell me how you're feeling, if you're feeling any shift about just in general, if your energy, if your body's feeling lighter, clearer, when you think about your parents, or you feel a shift, aging parents. Okay, let's check in on the parents actually before I look at another question. So parents, that's feeling stronger. Let's look at more age, less aging. Let's see how the less aging is. Okay, they're more on the physical performance of their bodies, the tissues, quantum particles, empty spaces. Let's make sure their nervous systems are strong. Cranial brain, spinal cord, brains. Let's say cranial, spinal, tail, sacrum, coccyx. And I also like to check the amygdala, the limbic brain, reptilian brain. Okay, let's strengthen all their brains and your brain. So the parents and everybody here, strongly connecting, communicating, coordinating, synergized, fitting in, working together. So a little fitness weakness. So this is how easy it is to strengthen somebody's nervous system. This is what I'm doing right now. So fitting in. So strength, endurance, more flexibility, agility, coordination, and speed. So flexibility and coordination for our aging parents and you, and the structures and the systems and all the organs, the tissue and the cells. Cells need more flexibility, more coordination, clear. So there's psychic energies that are interfering with that function. It's from outside your parents. Is it from you, other family, caretakers? So, okay, so this is the other thing. We got to clear other family members to not let their worries or their concerns or issues to affect aging parents. So, anytime you worry about yourself or others, you are actually making the situation worse. Um, and don't beat yourself up over it. Just catch yourself. You want to delete all the worry from inside and from outside, the habit, the pattern, the programming. And it's collective too. We feel if we're not worrying, we're not doing something. Well, worrying is a negative direction of energy. So just delete that. Sources, the reasons, causes out of the past, out of the future. Lighten it up, brighten it up, loosen it up. Sentiments and stories. Okay. Okay, let's check on your parents and you, physical performance. Strength and physical intelligence needs to be stronger for everybody. So clear the mind out, mental influences out of your body and out of their body. So you don't want it may sound strange, but again, from the Yuen method, you can have other people's mind and other people's spirits influences in your body. And you can do the same to others, and other people can do the same to others. So we want to clear all that. Remove all those influences, make them all even, one contained, finite, even, and one. Make you strong to that, separate from it, separate from you, send it all away to other dimensions, universes, this time, places unknown. Protect, forgive, forget, unconditional. Sentiments. Hmm. Okay. Okay. How are people feeling now? Anyone? Tell me on chat or on. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's check out the physical intelligence. Okay. Strength and intuition needs to be stronger. That's part of physical intelligence. The knowing. Crank up the intuition to 100%, infinite potential, 100% of the time, infinite time. And stabilize. The spirit is one of the most unstable for this group here. So just deleting the sources, the reasons, the causes out of the past and out of the future. Making the future to be every millisecond balance, center, stable, every millisecond strengthening, deleting, and resetting, and improving, getting fitter, getting faster and stronger. Still some slowness. Okay, strong to be in the present, in the present, moving into the future. Integration, even some balance. Strengthen internal communication and the structures and the systems and all the organs and the cells. Empty spaces. DNA. Subcellular. Okay, and then what's coming is going back to all the parents remembering and not remembering, having a memory, not having a memory, strong to all their memories, forgetting and not forgetting, holding on to memories, not holding on to memories, bringing the brain. Okay. Hmm. Okay, and this is clear for everyone, including you and the parents. Some clear the pathways, clearing stagnation, block it, and there's congestion in the structures and the system and the systems and the tissues again. Empty spaces. Subcellular. Okay. The sources, the reasons, the causes out of the past, out of the future, other lifetimes, some karmas. So clearing the karmas that are creating this congestion, direct, indirect, and partial and direct, and collective, cultural, spouses even, and deleting that down to zero minus infinity. Okay, and seeing yourself and others going through life actually getting better instead of worse. So so negative expectations, negative projections, that we are constantly we're constantly getting that input, like, oh, aging, and then people get older, and I've seen this in my own life. And now, because they're a certain age, there's the collective influence of the collective, but then there's the collective generation who's older. And now everybody's getting sick and dying. So everybody just talks about all their aging and all their ailments and all their diseases. And it's like a constant news update of who's got what, as opposed to just living a life, right? Anyone else can resonate with that? Anyone? Bueller? Okay, so let's just delete this, make all that even, and delete the habits, the patterns, the programming. It's a behavior, mental, emotional. Yep, I'm getting a yep from Shelley. Mental, emotional, spiritual, psychological, psychic. So let's clear all that from. We're going to make it like a group. So the aging folks from inside of them and outside. It's actually a lot more outside of them. It's almost like they're being forced to be. There's almost this so much collective consciousness that wants to force them to just shut down, which is we don't have to put up with that. So let's delete that. Body, spirits, mind, conscious, subconscious, non-conscious. So as we keep doing this work to keep clearing and strengthening, clearing, and remember, we are more powerful than all that input. And speed all that up. And let's speed up the seniors and strengthen them to not buy into it, to hold their own. Yeah, there we go. Hold their own, hold their ground, not buy into the fear, not get swept in, not get pulled in, dragged down, dragged in, and not getting put upon. Plus, the more you do this stuff for your elders now, the better your process of aging will be. So, or there's a greater potential for it to be more graceful and easy. Okay, so let's automatic for ourselves and all of them, downloading 900 trillion programs as it comes to me, of automatic strengthening, deleting, improvement, getting better. Ooh, I feel a little twitch there. Ooh, someone did not like that. The experts and the collective to get over it, get on with it, get moving, get out of the way, to get on board with things actually getting better and deserving. Imagination to reality. All right, resetting everybody to take charge, self-mastery, expertise, new vision, new possibilities, new potential. Okay, how's everybody feeling? Okay, so spinal cord comes up. We got to strengthen the spinal cords of everybody and the parents. And the fitness. So more tensing and untensing. There's clearing all the effects of medications out of the nervous system, spine. That's the other thing. They put people on all these medications and it actually slows down their nervous system. But we can make them strong to it. So make all the medications even. Make them strong on the medications. And strengthen them. This is what we do in the Yuen Method with when we do need to have medications or surgeries or whatever. We make you strong to it. And then with medications, strengthen the nervous system, physical intelligence to take what it needs, and automatic, delete the rest, and clear any negative effects out of the brain, the spine, the meninges, the nerves, spinal column. I have all the structures, I have all the systems, I have all the organs, all the tissue, the cells, quantum particles, empty spaces. I was chatting with somebody the other day who was told that, they took something and it'll take weeks and weeks to get out of their system. Well, with this, we can move that along and speed up that process so that it can be so let's strengthen that process. how far back. So delete the century, the eons, the centuries, the decades. So decades, the years, clear the years, the months, the weeks. So we'll clear the weeks, the days, the hours, the minutes, the seconds, the milliseconds. So down to zero, my instantaneous. Speed up that process. Okay, reset, reprogram, restart. Okay. All right, I got two questions I want to make sure I have time to address. One here was from Lisa. Okay, wrist. Okay, so wrist or upper back? Upper back. Upper back, non-physical, psychological, not external. So I got three. So overthinking, over-evaluating, over-analyzing, over-guarding, over-protecting, over-defending, over-grieving, overbearing, over-anxious, over-worried, over-concerned. I'm glad she asked this because I think those are things everybody here can use. In the body, in the spirit, in the mind, the conscious, subconscious, non-conscious. So clear all that. Delete it down to zero minus infinity. Is inside or outside? It's more external. Is it people, spirits, other, her? It's other people. And six, so it's family influences. More siblings. And that's another thing to be aware of is even though you may have aging parents, as we're again talking from the Yuen Method standpoint where we're looking for what's strong or weak, you can have somebody, you can have family members who are actually more the weakness than your actual parent, even though you say, well, how can that be? The parent's in a home and blah, 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 but they can be impacting things in the negative. So we want to delete all those impacts, beliefs, all the emotional and psychic. So all the hooks, the cords, ties, attachment, sentiment, stories, down to zero, minus infinity. Protect, forgive, forget, unconditional. Karmas. Memories. Sources, reasons, causes, out of the past and out of the future. Okay. Okay, I know she's not able to attend, so I want to see how she feels now. Resetting, reprogram, everything we've done here, the sources, the reasons. So the reasons, the causes, out of the past, out of the future, the effects for everybody, her and everybody. Okay, some beyond infinite effects. So make those beyond, make them even, make them finite, contained, and then delete them down to zero, minus infinity. Release, forgive, forget, unconditional. The sentiments, the stories. Out of the structure, system, organ, tissue, cells. Okay. Okay, how's anybody feeling now? Okay, and I had another question from Raj. Eyesight. Oh, that's a good one. Eyesight. Non-physical. It's external. This is another good example where it seems like people have a physical thing, and so much of the time it really does not stem. It just manifests physically, but it starts elsewhere. It's in the mind, non-conscious. Is it inside her, outside her? It's outside of her. Okay, seeing clearly goes weak. Seeing yourself clear, seeing others clearly. People seeing each other clearly. People seeing themselves clearly. So people's seeing what they're seeing and what they're seeing or not seeing. what they're not seeing. Um, and what comes up is not just an eyesight, but insight. So feeling, perception, intuition, yours or others. Okay, so your intuition. So things, and this is good for everybody. We want your intuition to be strong. We want to operate from physical intelligence and intuition. Can be less than easy in a world where we're so in our heads collectively. I love technology, but we need to put it in its proper place and connect to um, the greatest technology, which is physical intelligence and physical intelligence of the universe and our bodies. So let's strengthen all that. Being pulled in different directions to bring it, so deleting all that out of the mind, non-conscious. There's a lot of collective influences, family and cultural and friends even. Okay, so clearing all those influences and what area of life. Okay, so you would think, oh, your eyesight's bad, it's a health issue. Nope, it's coming from the air relationship area. And then ovaries come up. So a lot of times with eyesight on a physical level, there could be referred weakness to either respiratory or digestion or reproductive. So the ovaries, strengthening the ovaries, some trauma, some fear externally. Let's say, is it more men or women? More from men. You to men, men to you, men to you. So clearing their fears, body, spirit, mind, relationship fears, um, getting involved, not getting involved, being together, not being together, all sentiments, stories. Okay, and then you back to yourself, you relating to yourself, having a partner, not having a partner, being alone, not being alone, being with yourself, not being with yourself. So that you're good with yourself is more being okay with not having a partner. And then again, it's external. That's a lot of yeah, like there's all these things about women having to have a partner. That was in the past. So that's other lifetimes. Yeah. So other lifetimes of it not being okay to be a single woman. So let's clear that for everybody. In the mind, from experts, the ancestors, um, cultural, spouses from other lifetimes, even. Okay. Let's clear those negative experiences, negative expectations, a lot of emotional, psychic, clearing all hooks, all cords, all ties, all attachments, all sentiments, all stories, down to zero minus infinity. Release, protect, forgive, forget, unconditional. Okay. All right, that seems better to me. Okay. Okay, one last chance here if anyone has any questions. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap up. How y'all feeling? Okay. Okay, strengthen this group. Automatic, continued strengthening, deleting, resetting. Do we balance, center stable, neutral, calm? Receiving, feeling, perceiving, allowing, accepting. It all feels good. Okay, it feels good here. Oh, you're welcome, Shelly. Great. Thank you so much for being here. Good. Okay. So thank you again, everyone, for being here. Again, my name is Colleen O'Connor, and I'm a certified UN Method master practitioner. I do work with clients individually. And also, one thing I do want to mention is that I am going to, I'm looking at putting together a course to teach people the UN method, at least the basics. And doing that maybe April, probably more likely May. So if you're interested in that, please do let me know, because the more people, the merrier, and the more energy we have behind the whole thing. What we've done here today with working with the parents, it's if you can learn even just the basics for yourself, because you can keep clearing and strengthening, deleting, and improving your own self and your family members, that's going to go a long way. And it's a great investment in your whole life, because then you have that tool. That doesn't mean you can never work with me individually again, but it's just going to really ramp up your games to give you momentum to move forward and to clear. So let me know if you're interested in that. And I also do want to mention that I've got a refer a friend program going on, where if you are someone who's an existing client and you refer a friend, they do one session with me, and then the next session that they do, you both get a free session. So check that out, because that's a way to, really, I'm offering some things that make it easier for you to enter into this and to keep up with it, because the more you keep up with it, the faster it gets and the more you can clear as time goes on. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. Again, Colleen O'Connor. You can always check out my YouTube channel or go to my website, ccolleeno'connor.com. It's listed in the YouTube description. Thank you. Stay strong, stay joyful, and have a great day.